So Cody and I are at the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas right now.
Home sweet home.
Some would say the pinnacle of music achievement, perhaps.
Yeah.
And we just kind of wanted to share some awful gig experiences with you because even the most handsome, talented,
Regal,
loyal,
consistent, hardworking, determined.
for sure. Handsome, did I say that already?
I don't think so.
Whatever. Even the finest at the top of their game will have bad gigs.
And we should say that we just came back from a very long walk. From the Apple Store fashion show.
Yes.
Where the genesis of our friendship. And some would say there was no more of a bad gig than that.
That's right. A gig doesn't have to be a musical show. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be talking about some bad beats that we had along the way.
Yep.
That had nothing to do with our incredible talent. Just a bad gig.
Right.
So I'm going to start with something recent.
Sure.
This happened to me last week. I was playing a show. It was a restaurant show with my friend Kindred. A lot of you may know Kindred. Great singer, fantastic performer. Really puts a lot into a performance. And we do a lot of requests from the good people in the audience.
Give the people what they want.
Right?
Off the trunk.
Yeah. It wasn't a super sold out show by any means.
So like, how many people are there?
There's maybe.
And by there I mean looking at you.
Well, that's hard to say. I mean, there are maybe 17 people in the building.
Okay.
Anyways, long story short, there were a lot of tables open. You could have had your seat anywhere that you wanted. An older woman walks up, sits right in front of us, kind of the primo spot. You know,
if you're there for the band, that's
when the VIP crowd was shuffling in later,
right?
That would have been the go-to spot. She sits down, right? So in between, I'm bantering a little bit. I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? Do you have any requests you'd like us to play? And she's like, do you know any Barbara Streisand? And I'm like, oh, you like Babs? Is what I said.
Of course.
Like I excitedly said Babs.
Right.
Just because I wanted an opportunity to say the word Babs.
Sure, but it's also like misleading because it's like, oh, like I have 20 on deck.
I've been waiting for someone to ask me to play some Barbara Streisand.
Like, our lives have been going forever, so we get across at the point where you ask me for Barbara Streisand.
This is the moment that happens, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I don't really know Barbara Streisand, I'm sorry.
Couldn't tell you, couldn't name one.
The only thing I know about Barbara Streisand is some people call her Babs. Right. So I guess the relationship was off to a rocky start, some would say. But then she said, well, do you know any Beatles? Played a bunch of Beatles songs, right?
Got them on deck.
She did not seem impressed. Maybe she was a little salty over the interaction so far.
So what was it that made you think she was unimpressed? Was it that weird cough that sometimes happens in moments of silence?
Like, yeah. She was on her phone a little bit. She was kind of like shrugging her shoulders. Very aggressive body language, by the way. Which, if you know anything about me, like the saltier people get, like the more I enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm
there's
thriving.
no wind to a flame like saltiness to Sean Daniel.
Oh, it's the best. I thrive. I thrive, people. So we played maybe 80 songs in any given show, right? We played 2 Kindred originals, which they're fine. They're great songs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They definitely hold their own against the other songs that we play in this set.
Right.
No one would be like, that's an original song that sucks, right?
Yeah. Or that one song in the set list in the 80s out of place.
Yeah, exactly. They're fine, okay?
Gotcha.
So, but we announced the originals. So Babs Lady, about two seconds into the song, noticeably was like, like yawning, like right in our faces, just like yawning. So
so I understand it's not like she's like one of a crowd. She's the crowd.
She's the crowd. She was making sure that we knew that she was yawning because of us, that we weren't doing our job.
And because of original.
Yeah. Right?
As opposed to the Beatles songs that you were playing that she still wasn't impressed by it.
Yeah, whatever. So again, Kindred being a trooper, you know, she soldiers on, and then maybe a minute into the song, lady just very aggressively takes her earbuds out of her purse, puts it in her phone, puts them in her ears.
And nobody has earbuds that come out that easy. There's probably a moment where she was...
she's untangling them, you know?
Right.
And they didn't just pop in, like they put in, and she's like, make sure they're right, and get them in there.
45 degree.
Right, yeah. And then boom, she's out. And I'm like hysterically laughing at this point, because it was like so disrespectful and...
in a weird way, it's like you kind of have to not respect it, but you don't have to appreciate.
Exactly, like I tip my cap.
Right.
Like you could not have been more rude if you tried. Like that's pretty great.
Without actually being rude necessarily. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
She's sitting in the Bible, she's sitting front row. Mm-hmm. She seems...
Oh, it's great.
That's actually like next level, like black belt.
It was
disrespect.
Fantastic. It was fantastic. It was great. So, you know,
quintessential bad kid.
Long story short, don't mess with the Babs crowd because they know how to hurt you. They know how to hurt you deep. What about Cody? What about you?
So I I've been playing live music for a really long time, man.
And a lot of different outfits.
A lot of
too.
different outfits. And I remember, like, in high school, I was part of this little, like, jazz fusion rock band, right?
Sounds cool. Sounds
It was
edgy.
a little three-piece.
Yeah.
Very heavily influenced by Incubus.
I like it.
Right. And Coldplay, and this kind of, to give you the idea of the era, this is like 2005, 2006.
Okay.
And there was this venue called the Freakin' Frog that would book us all the time, consistently. So the same promoter, I guess, had his little coffee shop. Was like, hey, it was going to be an outdoors thing, an artsy kind of thing. We'd love to have you guys there. Happy to be there.
Of course.
Right.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
Right. So our guitarist, who never really invited his family out to a lot of the shows, very traditional Indian family,
Yeah,
right?
okay. Mhm.
A lot of respect.
Amazing, yeah.
But, we had a great track record. A lot of the bands we'd open for, they'd open for us. We had good rapport with. We knew what we were getting ourselves into. Nice, beautiful day in Las Vegas.
Family-friendly show. Love it.
Come out to the show.
Yeah.
That was a good time, right?
Of course.
So,
Bring your kids.
Right. So he's feeling confident. He's like, you know what? They're not really into that I'm writing music. They want me to go to medical school. There's this kind of Malcolm Gladwell calls it power distance culture.
Sure.
Right? So you know what? I was like, dude, you gotta let the love it, man. You gotta.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. So we're out there.
Spread your wings in front of your family.
And then we're outside this window that you guys can't see is Las Vegas Strip, and it's the bar's right there. It's
It's
2 blocks that way on Paris.
It's a hopping spot.
Right, and so we're there, and mind you, it's during the day. And all right. Yeah, it's a hot spot. It's just a leap from here, and so it's a beautiful sunny day, and it's during the day. It's art. There's people painting. There's ceramics and stuff like that. And like, oh, we got this new guy. He's gonna, you don't know him. He goes to UNLV. He's gonna be opening up for you guys. Great,
Awesome, cool.
He looks like somebody who's probably doing like highbrow jazz or something.
Sure, we support the artistry. Bring him in. Let's see what he's got.
Absolute like shock jock DJ starts talking about DVDA, which
What does that mean? Yeah.
you want to say it?
You can say it, sure.
He starts doing stand-up material on double anal penetration in front of
A traditional Indian family.
our traditional Indian family.
That's,
There was only about 4 people there anyway. The most awkward situation. And the other thing, too, I was 15. I didn't have the social skills to deal with
sure.
that uncomfortable thing. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I had to anchor myself off of was this drunk gentleman doing interpretive dance in front of us anyway, which you can't do anything about. He's in his world.
Sure. It's free country.
Right, especially in Las Vegas. So
Yeah.
I remember after that show, we all got together, and his parents, his grandparents never came back, obviously, understandably.
Yeah.
They were already more reinforced that he was making bad decisions, and we all just sat there and took the L.
Yeah.
That was my first really bad gig.
Bad gig.
And that was a bad gig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had another one.
Please.
So I was hired as a nylon string guitar player for a 3-piece outfit.
I remember
It was a female singer, friend of mine. Piano player, nasty Bulgarian piano, like the Eastern European piano player.
Yeah, well, that's next.
Like there are piano players,
Right.
And then there's Eastern European.
There's
piano
Eastern.
players.
I would say it goes like Eastern European, and then like Korean.
Oh, sure,
Fair.
yeah. I'm and then me.
You're right.
Like, as far as like musicianship goes.
And like for being someone who's like solely pretty much a piano player these days.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not that.
No, of course not.
So it's
No.
such a weird thing. Like I'm a piano player. In my mind, that's the piano player.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
somebody who writes music on piano. It's like a completely different thing.
So we're playing this showcase at like a community center. Good crowd, whatever. It's kind of a cool venue. Definitely like great stage. Piano sounded great. Minimal rehearsal time for sure. There's never enough rehearsal time as far as I'm concerned. Like
Sure.
I've never been like adequately prepared for any gig I've ever played. But so we have a list of things to do. First of all, right off the bat, it starts out where we had to put all our instruments up on stage, and it was pretty cold in there. The AC was just like blowing in. This is Florida.
Okay.
And I got everything set up. Probably like at sound check. 2 hours before the gig? Came back out there again. This nylon string guitars are they get affected by temperature changes.
More than most.
Yeah. So I strummed the first chord. I'm like, whoa. It was like some alternate Middle Eastern tuning that it had somehow morphed into.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll be with you in a second, folks. Tune it up.
It's all the way off.
I know, right? I got like my phone tuner out. I'm like shushing the crowd because it's not picking up. Yeah. So anyway, the show starts. The singer starts jumping all, like, we're playing a song, like, she'll sing the first verse, skip the second verse, go to, like, the chorus. She's leaving pre-choruses out.
So is that a performance anxiety, or is that, like, a lack of preparation?
I think
is it a creative spirit?
All of the above. But it's one of those things where she was... We got some looks back like, are you guys following along? Like, what's going on here? And meanwhile, I'm like in the most stressed musical performance situation of my life.
Absolutely.
Because we're on opposite sides. Piano player's over there, hidden behind an enormous piece of wood. That like it's one thing if you're jamming with the drummer and you're like, oh, change, right? I'm like craning my neck to try to make some kind of eye contact.
And you're trying to like meet your eyes between the piano and the lid.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to make that thing, right?
And you're hoping he's there waiting for it.
Yeah, he doesn't even speak English.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Even if you could see him, there's no communication.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you're out to
hopefully
sea,
we have the same Nas thing. But that was rough. That was one of those things where like,
you just can't wait for it to be over.
No, there's a change coming. I totally missed the change. We're trying to just jump into the middle of a second pre-chorus. And it was a rough day. It was a rough day at the community center that day.
Those could be the longest 45 minutes of your life.
Oh, it was
those sets that you're just like, this isn't.
Yeah, I know, right? How about another one, Cody? What, another bad gig?
Yeah, this one was a touring gig, and I was still living in Las Vegas, so this band was playing like some military bases. And we did a cool, we did, and then the juxtaposition of the two. That's why it's important to say the show right before. So we had played West Point, right?
Prestige,
like, and if you're like a history buff like myself, like it is the place to be.
So yeah,
right, absolutely, wonderful, beautiful experience. One of the better places I've ever been in my life. After that, we played Fort Hood. And big military base in Texas. We're right outside of Austin. Wonderful show. One of the biggest crowds I ever played for in my life. Supposed to open up for OAR.
Oh,
big show.
Yeah,
great, fantastic. But we're like, you know what? I hadn't lived in Austin yet, and we're like, but we're in the neck of the woods of Austin. Let's go play in the live music city capital of the world, right?
Hey, if you're here, you got the gear.
Zero research. We're like, oh,
this doesn't sound good.
This place looks good.
You remember the name of it?
Do I? Yeah. It's called the Carousel Lounge. And Dan, the Carousel Lounge has made a bounce back in Austin, so I don't want to shit on too much. But there was a time when it was like a Tuesday night. We show up, not a single person is there. No one. But there is one gentleman dressed up as Elvis.
Oh.
Okay, keep Austin weird. Austin's a weird place. There's somebody an Elvis impersonator. No. He's the opening act. Okay. So he opens up. And let me tell you something, he is not happy that he's the opener.
Oh, he's the headliner.
Some miscommunication happened that a band from Las Vegas was going to open for him. It got switched. He's opening up, and he doesn't like any bit of it.
Man. Plus, another comedian just stole his DVDA act.
Right.
Yeah. He's already salty about that.
Right. So the entire time, there's just incredible, like, first of all, we're playing in front of nobody. We're playing in front of the sound guy. But you're on a date, so you're on a date.
Yeah.
You have this passive-aggressive Elvis impersonator talking, like, he's just talking smack in front of us. And when people are coming in and out of the bar, he's, like, making sure, like, yeah, like, this band, like, it was supposed to be me. Like, you weren't here for my act, because my act should have been at 8 o'clock, and you would be seeing that if it was up to me. So then I remember...
What a customer experience.
Right, halfway through the set, the only people to show up was the guitarist's dad. Right? Now, the Elvis impersonator doesn't know that's the guitarist's dad, so he immediately sees the one person in the venue, immediately just goes super bad on us there. And the entire time, like, we're playing, we see him talking, like, this is just an absolute nightmare. And what makes the story worse is if you go down 35 1 mile and take a right on 6th Street, you have nothing but historic music venues, Antone's, Emos, The Blind Pig. It just straight down. And they would have loved to have a Vegas band on a Tuesday night. No, it's not a prime night, but we would have been playing to 200 people.
Yeah.
Awful gig.
Man, the Carousel.
Because you want it, because you're going on, you're leaving your town to go play a show. You want it to be something. You know what I mean? And
course,
we could play an awful show in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
Just go in a parking lot and whatever.
And what makes it worse is that, like, a lot of these bands, with the exception of that one, like, it wasn't music I wasn't necessarily enjoying playing anyway.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes it worse, because you're all like, I'm already not musically doing what I want to be doing.
You're not flexing your artistic muscles in any way.
Right. So it'd be different if, like, you were playing every show was with OAR or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you take those kind of L's,
it's just another pour the gasoline on, you know?
There is one gig that will always be the worst gig. And
yeah.
And and it was with you.
I think it's the only gig we played together.
And it was just god awful.
All right, well, let's preface this a little bit. This is in our younger days. We didn't have a lot of work,
But it was still after the shows I just mentioned. So in my mind, I'm only going up, right? And yet it's the worst show.
So we got hired to play a fireman's. Was it a birthday party?
It was a birthday party.
Yeah, it was a fireman's birthday party.
Way too old to be having birthday parties. It's like turning 50. And he has a putt-putt course in Sarasota, Florida.
It wasn't just there were batting cages too.
There were batting cages, but there weren't go-karts. So we know where it's at.
It's in the hierarchy.
Because if you don't have go-karts, it's a real estate issue.
Yeah.
You didn't think you were good enough to get the lease.
Like
Because he doesn't want the go-karts.
Like you barely got those batting cages.
Right, like you owe somebody a lot of money for the business you're doing.
Yeah, you really had to fight for those batting
So we're
cages.
playing there, so hey, surprise, surprise, they don't have the stage.
Yeah, so we're set up in a somewhat cramped spot. I'm singing, playing guitar. Cody's on bass, no drums.
Oh, no drummer.
Of course not.
Ooh, why would we do that? Why would we plan to have that happen? We only knew 9 of them.
Guitar and bass.
And I knew we knew one 14-year-old drummer who was like the best drummer in town.
Yeah, I know, right? Somehow he couldn't make it.
Who would have loved to have done anything to be in our good graces. Even he was too busy for the show.
Well, he had like a classmate's birthday party to go to, so he couldn't go. So we're playing. The set list was legendary. I wish there was video of this. It was awesome. Like
So bad.
But this was where I really cut my teeth on the in-between songs banter. Like, so remember, our crowd is like 3 decades on average older than we are.
Right.
So I'm like, this next song is by a band called Radiohead. It's called Airbag, and it's about surviving a car crash and realizing your life has changed. This is Airbag. And then we play Airbag. And the next song...
Well, I might add.
Yeah, we crushed it. And then the next song, everyone's like, oh, smattering of applause.
Or like whatever.
The next song is like, thank you. This next one's also called... by Radiohead. It's called Lucky. It's about surviving a plane crash.
Yeah, because I play Lucky.
Yeah. So, in hindsight, maybe back-to-back surviving plane crash, whatever, may have not have been the best set list.
Right. Because, let's be honest, it's Central Florida. They wanted Skinner. They wanted...
Yeah, but we weren't really ready to dish that out.
No, we took ourselves too seriously.
You had a nice bass solo in there, too. The best thing was, even though, the firemen weren't really totally into
Couldn't care
it,
less.
there was like a kid there who's like, you're an amazing bass player.
And for some reason, it hurt. I didn't take it as a compliment.
You didn't take it as a compliment. It
was
just
just
made
like-
you angrier.
I was just like, I know, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. By the end of the set, by the way, I was playing it solo. Like, he was up there, volume knob all the way down, just whatever.
Checked out.
Yeah, he totally checked out on
That
me.
kid broke
He checked
me.
out. Yeah, he did.
Because he said, you're a good bass player, whereas I said, like, you deserve more.
Yeah. By the way, he didn't say anything to me.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
he
say
was
crap
like,
to me.
Look who's that guy? He's just like, you're a remarkable bass player,
Yeah,
man.
you're a remarkable- Sir, what's your name?
Like, wow, you should really
Yeah.
be doing bigger things. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Didn't say crap to me.
yeah.
Yeah. So I soldiered on. I played the rest of that show.
The silver lining was the free food.
Yeah, free food. We got paid like $50.
Yeah, and I remember just stacking my plate high with like funny Ninja Turtle style pizza that's like slopping over. I was like, this is the best part.
Yeah, it was great. But what's the moral of the story, Cody? The moral of the story.
I mean, there's a couple ways to look at it. It's like getting your stripes, man.
For sure.
Like for every good gig, you're gonna have exponentially more bad ones, and that's how you appreciate the good ones. That's also how you get good.
Yeah.
You don't get good, there's nothing memorable about a good show, really.
Totally. For all the good shows I've played, I don't have a lot of memories. But I look back on that fireman's birthday party, and I laugh hysterically.
I remember
about
every
it.
minute. Like, all the good shows, even the West Point show or the OAR show, these are good shows. Paid well, huge crowds, and it's like, I kind of remember it,
Yeah.
There's pictures. I can visually put myself there again. But I don't intimately have that connection with the DVDA guy.
You'll be 70 years old thinking about Salty Elvis.
He's so salty.
Yeah, it's the best. So again, at the end of the day, the gigs didn't go great.
But here's the thing, though. It's that's when you get. I feel like that's when you get good at playing music.
Of course.
Because the thing about playing live, it's not so much just performance anxiety, being able to practice your material, being able to execute, have a game time mindset. It's also being personable and being able to deal with like the politics of like live music and promoters and venues, and like you learn like the actual like technical skills of being a musician outside of music, playing shitty live gigs,
being comfortable on the mic, to talk in between, to do stuff, to be able to just keep going when someone's
negotiate pay, negotiate your time,
all that stuff.
Like all of those things are like such important skills. Because here's the thing: when you want to start playing live, you have to assume everybody's equally as good, if not better than you.
Of course.
That's why you're all there. You're all there because you think you're good enough to be there. So what's the next thing? And it's like all of the things in between. That's the personal skills and the reps and like all of that's so important.
The
like,
Beatles cut their teeth playing 2-a-day luncheons.
Yeah, in Hamburg.
Or whatever.
According to another Outliers thing.
Yeah,
you know.
It's so.
And how many shows do you think they played? This is before Ringo, right? This is when Pete was playing.
Yeah, I think so.
And how many times do you think they had just people coughing? Or plus, it was rock then.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they wanted to hear jazz. They wanted to hear.
People are like as interested in rock now.
Right.
Yeah, in a weird way. Yeah, so, but also too is that nobody cares. You know, you have a bad gig.
That's the story. No one. That's a great point, man. No one will ever care more than you do.
We remember this stuff way more than the audience ever would.
Maybe other than that kid, everybody in that venue has forgotten about it the moment we stopped.
Yeah, for sure.
The moment.
Yeah. Even Babs lady. She's on to bigger and better things. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. Who cares? And who cares?
And that's, I guess that's the thing too. Is like you just can't take yourself too seriously.
That's the number one rule in life.
Because you want to have like a performance thing. You want to be like, hey, this is the music I'm putting out. This is my message. This is what my look is. This is what my band's name is. Here's a persona I'm pushing. And you build it up in your head to be this thing, and you might run into Elvis, and you might run into the DVDA guy, and they don't care.
No,
you're a character in their story as much as they are in yours, and that whole facade shatters.
Yep.
And that's when you really find out like what your shtick is, man.
Yeah, and why you're doing it.
Probably why I don't really play live music anymore. Probably why I'm just kind of like a studio guy through and through, and I can do it from the comfort of my home or somebody else's.
And to me, the live stuff is just for kicks, honestly. You know what I mean?
Because in this day and age, man, like you're not really building your market playing live.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. There are different ways to go about it, but in certain circuits,
I feel like right now, if somebody who like starts a band wants to go out and play a show, the money and effort should probably put in social media or some kind of licensing or something that will actually have reach.
And to try to get into bigger shows and then to work your way up instead of doing circuits of the same show.
Right.
I think is kind of the way to do it. So I don't want to be like, don't play live. Like that.
I'm not saying don't play live. What I'm saying is no one's going to care as much as you care about those small shows.
Totally.
If they go bad, that is.
Yeah, if they go bad, you're just going to learn. You're going to have fond memories of them going bad as I kind of do.
I do.
Yeah, I feel like you're just like,
yeah. Been some bad ones, man.
Oh, man. It's great.
Great recap, though.
Oh.
There's a lot of feelings that I haven't touched in a long time, man.
Therapy, man.
Yeah.
This was up. Thanks for joining. Please share some of your bad gigs.
Yes.
In there.
Oh, I love reading other people's stories.
And if you need your soul soothed while you're going through these memories, head over to listen to some original Cody Mansfield Cook music.
Oh, sure.
That we're going to link you to below, too, at the same time. So I look forward to hearing a bunch of bad beats out there.
Cody.cook on Instagram.
Yep, that's you. And Elvis, if you're out there, Babs Lady, DVDA guy, if you're out there,
Elvis is probably dead. It's been 15 years. He's gone.
Yeah, shelf life isn't great on those guys.
Nah, especially on those like North Austin dudes.
Yeah, and if they really take their job seriously, you shouldn't be. To be honest.
Yeah, you know? They're half the person they think they are. They'd already be dead. Anyway,
to end on a super dark note, thanks for watching.